nailschool.co.uk. Today I'm going to have a look at doing ombre with the SNS Nail System, or any other dipping system powders that you wish to have a go with. So let's get started. So I've got all my products assembled. I've got my little stand that I'm going to do it on. I've got my nail form here which I'm going to put onto here and do them like this on here. I've also got my powders. I've got a nude powder here and I've got a pink powder. I've got my SNS gel loose base. I've got my sealer and I've got my top coat as well. And I've also got a little brush which you have to use as when you're doing the ombre finish on the nails. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is just get my nude coloured powder, and I'm just going to give it a nice stir so that it's nice and loose in the pot. Then I'm going to get my gel loose base. I'm just going to put this over the whole nail. Of course, you've got to imagine this is somebody's finger, of course. You want to get the base very smooth, and then I'm just going to dip this into this powder here just once, the whole thing. Give it a tap and just give it a light dusting over like so. I'm going to stick this now onto this stand here. Get it the right way round, which would be an actual finger. So I'm just going to put on my another coat of gelish base. Obviously we'd normally brush this in a forward direction, but I can't on this stand here. I'm going to get my brush, dip the corner in, and then just tap it onto up by the cuticle, like that. I'm going to get my pink powder, and I'm just going to tap the front section to get that pink just to fade up the nail, like that. Just dust it off lightly. Put another layer on. Go right, nice smooth layer. This time I'm just going to do the front. First. Just to get it a bit darker towards the front section. I'm going to go into my nude colour, just plonk that onto there at the back. Just so that it fades in to the nail. You can then you get your sealer dry and then just seal that nail so that it sets. Of course you wouldn't have this section at the front here, because that would be where the finger comes off at the end. Because we've got it on this little stand, of course you're getting some powder dropping onto the front there. So I'm just going to wait for that to set now, and then we can just buff it over and have a look what we've got. So I'm going to take this off here now. I'm just going to block it over. Just to get that nicely smoothed out. I mean, this is actually easier to do on a real nail, to be honest. Then all we've got to do then is to just top coat it with our top coat. So just for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to use a gel top coat over the top of here. Obviously, you could use you probably would use the SNS top coat. But as this is would be a sample on my ring of colours, I normally put a gel top coat on because it's just so much stronger when they're all rattling up against each other. Just pop that into there, put it on for 60 seconds, then I'll let you have a look at the finished result when it comes out of the lamp. So here is the finished result. As you can see, you've got your pink on the front going into your nude colour that I put onto the back. So there we have it, ombre. So this one is like there's a red nail, the glitter fade. Just going to put my jelly base onto the nail. Then I'm going to dip it into my red powder. Tap the excess off. And then I use to just dust off the surplus. So I'm just going to put on my second coat of jealous base after I've dipped it for the first coat. Tapping, just dust off the surplus powder and then seal it. I'm wiping the brush on my paper so I don't transfer colour to my pot of sealer dry. Right, so I'm just going to let that set now, and then I'm going to file it over and buff it, and then I'm going to put the glitter fade up the nail. So I've got it here, I'm just going to file the sides. As you would do up the sides of the fingers, just to make sure the side walls are nice and clear. Get my block. Just get it all nice and smooth on the top. If you have put the gel on uneven, sometimes you can get a lumpiness, so it's very important to get the gel on very even before you dip. Also make sure there's no gel on the skin areas before you dip as well, otherwise you're going to get the powder sticking to the skin, which is going to look an absolute mess. So once I've got my smoothness there, I can now I'm going to put this onto the stand here. I'm just going to get my jello space, put this onto the nail. Of course I would be brushing it forwards, not backwards, but on this little stand I have to brush it backwards for obvious reasons. I'm going to dip into my glitter here, and I'm just going to tap. Now obviously you need to keep it a little bit heavier towards the front, so maybe not such a big brush might be a better idea really. And if you lift it higher, obviously it will just sprinkle away. Now once you've done that, just want to make sure there's a little bit more glitter onto that front section of the nail. So I could just use, get this here, just go back over to give a bit of a more gel there. Now I could just use a little cuticle pusher like this and just sprinkle over the surface to get it a bit more dense on the end. So what I'm going to do now is just go over the whole lot again with some gelish base. To encapsulate that glitter. And then I'm going to get my sealer dry and just go over the whole nail. I'm going to wait for that to set now. or I'd be going on to the next nail, and so on and so on and so on. So I'm going to wait for that to set now, and then I can block it over. Because I've encapsulated it with the gelish base and sealed it, it means that when I block over, I'm not going to remove my glitter. So we'll just wait a few minutes now and let that dry. But normally you'd be going on to your next finger and next finger, next finger, and by the time you come back it would be set. So I'm now going to just block over my block. Get it nice and smooth so that we've got no sort of feeling of roughness on the top of the nail. Don't worry if all your glitter goes dull. When we put the top coat on, it will pop back out. So as before, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm going to use a gel top coat. And there's your glitter popping back out at you. There we go. So let's just get the lamp. Pop this into the lamp for 60 seconds. So there we have two nails with a faded design, and I think they look quite nice. But that's the way I would do them anyway. So I hope that was helpful. The best thing to do is just get your stuff out and have a play, really, and just see what you can come up with. If you come up with something good, inbox me, send me the photos, I'd love to see them, and I'll see you next time.